Last time on underwater, I tried my hardest, but the carp weren't playing the game. They avoided my hook baits.
Oh, that fish is looking at it.
No way.
Oh.
And when they did succumb, they were getting away with it.
No spat it.
You got spat then for the first time, I'd say. It actually sucked it in.
And to top it off, there were enough rudd to give me nightmares for years.
Anyway, we've completed underwater, boys.
But we persisted and slowly started to piece the puzzle together.
Big one.
Yes! Coming up, I finally managed to get the better of these wily carp.
Yes.
And Ringer gets his turn on the box and off to a flyer.
That's definitely the biggest fish.
But doesn't have it all his own way.
Words fail me, they don't fail me very often.
Right, boys, back at it. Interesting day yesterday. Learnt a lot.
Frustrating?
Didn't catch as many as we expected. Pellets weren't as clean cut as we thought it was going to be. They obviously come and at the freebies, but I don't think we quite had it right and maybe not the right hook baits. But there's loads of room for improvement, so where are we going?
I think that we need some different baits for the hook.
Yeah.
And I think, I know I don't want to sound like we're going to change everything.
Can't.
But I do think that we could feed it better. We could have some different hook baits. What's clear to me is we came here to learn selfishly about methods we use a lot.
Yeah.
And they're just not right for catching these fish. So we need now to work at figuring out the method.
How they want it.
Yeah, crack this venue
It's
sort
crystal
of thing.
clear, you've got a pole over the top, we've got cameras in there, we're making it hard for ourselves. But yeah, there's going to be a way of catching these better than we are.
Yeah.
So let's try a few things.
Last time was challenging, but I think we fine-tuned it to a level where I feel like today we can really get the ball rolling. Maybe a little bit more positive. I want to see some more bait in the swim, but yeah, excited about today. We learnt lots of lessons previously, so yeah, let's see what happens.
You got me some different baits.
Got some, yeah, I think more natural baits might suit these fish, but then we've got the problem of the rudd, possibly, but we won't know till we try them.
Last time the fishing was difficult. We didn't get a great start. We chopped and changed a lot, but we did learn. Towards the end, I felt like we had some positive conclusions, and it's those conclusions that I'm hoping to take into the next session, so to speak, as in less bait, try and make them a little bit more competitive, feed tighter, don't sort of blow the swim up, and a little bit more patience. I think when I combine all of those, that's the key lessons we've learned, and that's what's hopefully going to get us off to a fast start.
It's not
Which
going the
isn't always
way
a
we
bad thing.
expected,
No.
which is always tricky
Yeah.
because last few times it might have been a little bit easier and we sort of had the thing. But this is good. This is
Yes.
proper mixing it up, but we need to learn how these fish want it, not how we want them to have it.
I felt last time that we had a lot left to be discovered, and I almost felt like we tried to catch the fish how we wanted to catch them and not how they wanted to be caught, which is going to be interesting this time because we've got some different baits, we've got different feeding strategies. Hook baits in particular I think are going to be important, and a bit of a clean slate. I've got a feeling it's going to be good.
How do we want to go about it to kick off? We've got a clean slate here.
Yeah, I
And
think
obviously-
if you tinker it in, you'll have a clean slate for a while.
Yeah.
Put some gear in.
What do we
Kick
reckon?
off the story. What do you reckon? A bit of bait and a bit of loose feed.
Yeah, you either drip it in little and often, or you go Rooney style and big pot it.
And what are our thoughts?
Dripping it in little and often went well yesterday, didn't it?
So go for it a bit more from the start.
I don't think it would hurt to put a bit in, but just be sensible.
Are we going to go small baits to start? Micros?
Micros are what they look. Micros is the best way to get a few in the swim.
Yeah,
So let's get a few in the swim, and then we can.
All right.
fine tune it.
The biggest thing we learned straight away last time was to get fish in the swim, there was no bait better than micros. So it makes perfect sense. Let's start with micros. We've got a blank canvas, there's no fish on screen, there's no bait there. Get some micros in, get those fish feeding, and then we can go from there.
We can't say fishing lighter was conclusively better the previous time because we only caught a couple of fish on it, but definitely missed less bites. So today we're going in with exactly the same rig, but a little bit of a smaller hook, a 16 Super LWG, and a little bit lighter line, 015 Engage. Still got the black liquid filled hollow elastic on, But I think that that's a nice balance, and it takes into account that little bit of scaling down that maybe helped out last time.
Here they come.
15 seconds to get in then.
Is that what it was? It's like rain.
Yeah.
Micro rain. Lovely positioning in front of camera, Matt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyone would have thought I'd had a bit of practice at it.
What are you going to put on the hook first?
Well, I've got a few little treats that you've kindly donated to the underwater cause. But I think to start with, either an expander or a very small piece of corn.
This deja vu.
Any in?
I'd put. At the minute, there's no fishing anyway, so.
Worm on.
I
Maggot.
feel
Three
like
maggots.
Pardon?
3 maggots.
Put 2 maggots on.
Okay.
Not that it's going to make any difference, because
The dance floor is empty.
got all the little bits of pellet still coming down though. If that's what it is.
Like Stranger Things, isn't it?
Last time I felt we didn't experiment enough with natural baits, and there was a reason for that. Rudd were a real issue, but this time we've got that blank canvas. There's no rudd in the swim at the moment, so it's a great opportunity to try maggots. Maggots look perfect for this scenario, but will they be?
Should be in.
Just sort of at the back of your bait. Is that what you intended?
Yeah, like flicked it. I'm holding my mark, but flicked my rig out.
Right. Let me know when they arrive.
Settle in. We've got one come in, Matt. He's going straight for your maggots,
No, he's
and he missed them.
going to foul like that.
Yeah.
He's got him fouled.
Is he in mouth?
Depends where his mouth is.
Yeah.
First fish came in, went for the micros, pretty much ignored the maggots. Am I surprised? Yes, because I think maggots great natural bait, but these fish, they love micros.
It shows the power of micro pellets yet again. Fish straight in this time, but it was only one. The first one to come into the peg, and it's that same old thing. There's lots of bait on the bottom, one little hook bait, couple of maggots, and unfortunately, fish has wafted over it and we foul hooked it under its chin, which is not the one. Micros brought them in, but too much bait there for him to pick out the hook bait, I'm saying.
What did it look like pickup wise?
It looked like he tucked it under his fin and got it right under the chin.
To be honest, the way he come in, it looked like he was going straight for your maggots.
Got all these pellets coming in.
Right, he's off.
Matt, he's potting them.
Don't lose him, yeah?
I won't.
First fish in, loved the micros, clearly, came straight for him, but didn't pick out the hook bait, and I think that's because there was only one. I'm sure that if 3 or 4 come in next time and it quickly builds, which it might, to get such a quick response from the micros is good. If we get a few in, I think we'll start nicking them.
No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No.
He's missed it!
What were it?
Tench, just sucked him in beautiful.
Literally come out of nowhere and took them.
Did it see him fall?
No, they were on the bottom. It just went for them before everything.
He's waiting for you to drop them back
He's
in.
chasing them.
He's following your maggots down. I am not joking. You're going to get another go.
Don't tell him, don't tell him. He really wants those maggots. He really wants those.
I've never seen anything like
They're
it.
moving away from him. Can't get them.
Bit of deja vu for me there. Tench, maggots, underwater, done me.
Oh, big.
Oh, the tench has mugged you.
That tench came straight into the swim, ignored the micros, straight for the maggots, which is a little bit more what I expected, but obviously Matt missed it. But he laid that rig back in, that movement, the hook bait falling through the water, the tench spotted it from a good distance away, beeline for the hook bait, but somehow the movement of the tench trying to eat the maggots kept pushing it away from it, but it really wanted it.
Lift them up again. Do a lift and drop.
He's facing the wrong way.
Yeah. And again. Here we go. Strap in.
Oh,
Strap in. Strap in. Strap in. Come on.
yeah!
Oh, I'll tell you what, we'd make a great team.
I've never seen a fish so desperate to eat a bait.
Like maggots.
Have we seen a hook bait response like this yet? I don't think so. All their micros on the bottom. That tench only wanted one thing, and well, we want to know if Matt had booked him in, because he behaved exactly as Matt wanted him to that second time. He followed that bait in and took it like it was planned.
Well done, mate. First one of the day.
Better start than yesterday.
Absolutely amazing bit of footage that. That tench was obsessed with those maggots on the hook. Are the carp going to be the same? Let's hope so.
Much better start than yesterday and a significantly different approach. Micro pellets to begin with, a bit more of a winter edge to it. A few at the start with a 200ml pot, and then that little sprinkle lid, medium pole pot, and just rattling them out. Strung the shots out a little bit more, maggots on the hook. Definitely more negative, but better start. Let's hope it continues. Nothing in?
Yeah, fish in.
No.
Took the hook bait, Matt.
2 maggots.
Yeah, I know what the hook bait was, but he had it. Definitely a much more positive hook bait
Are
reaction.
they following my rig down when I keep laying it in?
No, not really. That one, it just came in and went straight for the maggots. Was it a proper bite, Matt?
Yeah, shot under, mate.
Definitely had them.
The bites though, some of the ones that are deliners look exactly the same.
Reading bites is a massive part of pole fishing, and this particular underwater so far has taught me how tricky it can actually be, because when a fish sucks your hook bait in, your float shoots under. When a fish bumps into your line aggressively, your float also shoots under. Now, there's times when you can tell, and any sort of sideways, slow little dinks and movement are almost certainly liners. But what are definitely indications to strike at, having seen this, watched it back, read the float while it were happening, is a solid, fast dink under. It doesn't always shoot all the way, but when a fish does that blowing movement or moves its head quickly with your hook bait in, you get a very sharp jag, and it's almost a reaction to actually pick up at them. So what I'd say is, anything that is slow, it's steady, it's not a sucking, an instinctive thing to strike at, leave them alone. The last thing you want to be doing is picking up and foul looking fish, but anything that's a sharp movement, you need to be going in at them.
Oh yeah.
Here come the mag. The mags are just coming in now, Matt. It's a carp, see him in the background.
Yeah. This could be good. Literally coming in for them.
Yeah.
No way. Oh. Crack the code. Got to find Matt's
I'm
now.
gonna eat some micros first.
My idea behind feeding a few maggots was to get the fish eating the same as what's on the hook. Matching the hatch is a big thing I'm a massive believer in. So the maggots aren't just a standout bait. There's a few in the swim for the fish to get used to picking them up. They get used to picking them up, they suck the hook bait in more confidently.
Click on the rod.
Oh, I just lifted that right into the rod. They're on the bottom though. What's on the bottom there? Pretty safe.
Yeah.
Them rod are thinning out the micros. Can't even see the hook bait now.
Oh my goodness. Got one.
Rod.
Yeah. Beautiful, Matt. You look right at home again now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lovely fish, boys. Beautiful.
Rud invasion.
Saw a perch there as well.
25.
The small fish were testing, because I felt like we were onto something here. The micros, pulling fish in, when fish came in, the beelining for the maggots on the hook, introduced a few maggots, got a good reaction from a fish or two, and then the rud come in, and immediately you can't fish with maggots on the hook.
Dead jib.
He's eating a fish.
Oh,
Fish in.
yeah, that was
He was
brilliant.
eating a fish.
There's a naughty little perch eating a fish. Oh,
He's in. It's got the tench. We've probably got the take.
Yeah.
It's got to be the tench in it. Well, there's no other fish in, was there? So.
There.
Well, I completely missed that take, but it was so worth it. Did you see that perch? It absolutely nailed a rud in the swim. I know it's not very nice for the rud, but a perch with a rud hanging out its mouth. I've been stuck in this tent for 2 days now. That is the highlight of the show so far.
Come on, lads, you're not watching Blue Planet. Keep your eye on the hook bait.
Damn, Judy.
Matt Godfrey, the underwater tench king, strikes again.
This is how we made ours different, by just targeting the tench.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he did well on tench on the last one.
Oh, we can just find some more pellets out, while he's playing it.
Oh, he's quality.
You feed him while you're playing it, Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, what a lad. Lad.
Big perch. Well, it's turning into a bit of a tinker masterclass, this one. It's ever so weird, to be honest, because when we started, we caught that one straight away on maggots, and I felt like we were going to get a run of fish, but we haven't. But a bit like yesterday, massive drastic change, started hammering some 8mm in, just because there were so many little rudd there, and within sort of 10 minutes of doing it, another fish on the bank. But that's fishing sometimes, you've got to keep mixing it up. And it seems like this venue responds to them drastic changes to get another fish in and put one on bank.
Quite a quick response to 8mm in the way of a tench. Is it because it's 8mm pellets? I'm not so sure personally. I think that tench, if it had come in the swim, I'd have caught it on whatever I had. But what it does show is if you're getting plagued by nuisance fish, you've got to do something to get a bait to the bottom and catch a quality one. And an 8mm hard pellet, we never caught a rud on it, so it's a good deterrent bait.
Anything in, boys?
Pardon?
Anything in?
No. Another tench came in just a second ago.
Yeah.
It might be the one you just put back.
Get busy again, I reckon.
Oh, carp. It's
Carp.
one on the way down.
Carp eating on the way down. There's 10 million above us, but Chuckle will not scroll up. Look at him, he even wants to go further up.
Is your hook bait in, Matt?
Yeah.
Lift it.
Just dropped it.
Is that it there? Coming in.
No.
There.
There.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah, got yours. Lovely.
The success of the 8mm pellet was very short-lived. In fact, just the tench. And to be honest, the rudd was still a nightmare. So we had a short break for lunch. The rudd actually left the area, so we felt like we had an opportunity to try something different. I've always been a big fan of particles. I know Rune has as well. So hemp, micro pellets, corn, mix the lot together, Bombay mix it as I like to call it, pot that in. But rather than fishing right on top of it, what we felt was the fish were always coming from the back. So a lot of bait at the front, hook bait at the back, attracting the fish to the front with the bait, but hopefully they'd see that hook bait first and then suck it in as a result.
Put maggots on when you go back in as well.
How many?
Just like 2.
Really nervous.
Positive we feed though.
Yeah, but like they're not fussed by worms.
Feed on the normal spot, yeah?
Yeah, boy.
So basically, Matt, we've cracked it now.
Nice. Like the sound
We've
of that,
got the
brother.
code for the minute. Feeding in the same spot, but we've noticed all the carp are feeding on the weed line, which is
Right.
actually to your right, but further away from the camera, if you know what I mean.
Like on the back edge of the bait.
Right back edge of your feed, they're just more confident, whether they're spooking off the camera or your rig, I'm not sure, but having your rig close to that weed line is making a difference for sure.
All right.
So it'd be like, in a match, putting a dolly on and going past half a metre.
From looking at the camera, we don't know every angle, but we feed, then fish come in from the back. They come out through the weed into the clear spot in the swim. So why aren't we popping a bait over the back there and letting our hook bait be the first bait to be seen?
You've got 3 maggots on. Got 3 maggots on, Matt.
Yes, mate.
Told you to put 2.
Yeah, I know. I just felt like being a badass.
Yeah. Yeah, put 2 on, you never catch.
Oh,
You've got it.
indication?
Yeah.
Just dropped it there. I think. Or has one of them just been knocked off?
He picked you up then.
You got picked up then?
Just reset your rig, mate.
Great early response to the particle approach. Fish came in, hook bait, great position. Sucked the hook bait in, blew it out. 3 maggots Matt put on. We told him to put 2.
Perfection. Worked straight away. If it wasn't for the angler on the box that was probably tired and a little bit slow now and a little bit backward, we'd have caught that. But I'm pretty convinced a few more goes at this and he will get one.
We're fishing off the bait now and all the fish are on it. Matt.
Yeah?
Go back to where you put the bait. Because they're all over the actual bait.
Just be careful.
Basically, it's where the line isn't.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they can see the line.
Oh, look, see that tench, Daddy, look, it's gone.
I think that rod just took it.
Is it?
Bye.
I think
There's a rod.
Loon thinks a rud ate it on the drop.
Ah, right. Sorry about that. There it is now.
Is there
Come back
some
in
in?
now.
Some
Look at
fishing,
the top.
lads.
Pardon?
Some in.
Yeah.
They're choking on all the bait.
Can you
Straight
get
in.
away with maggots or?
No.
Nah.
Oh, maggots are so good. Yet them rudd are so bad. They're so annoying. I think if we could present them maggots, we'd be getting a lot more pickups now. They take them better, they pick them up better, they're more confident over them. But God, them rudd are a pain.
Might sneak, Matt, just try sneaking like a single or 2 maggots in. Quick.
What, even on that anchor of a hook?
Yeah, I don't think the hook's the problem.
No? Love it when...
Where's the bait gone? Rud ate it just as that cart was turned round.
Oh, look at him.
Get back, sneak it back in, Matt, they're there.
Oh, he's a cracker.
He's got a chance as this comes in. Where is it? Here they come.
Oh, here they come.
Oh, the rud ate it on the drop.
Just sneak 2 maggots in there, will you, mate? Get on the corn. It's a bit hit or miss, but try it.
Deja vu, back to the corn, but it's the only bait we can get down through the rud, and a small piece was good yesterday. As for you, Ringer, wait till you're on the box, let's see if you can get through the rud.
Where do you want it?
On the bait, Matt. Is that a tiny grain?
Smallest one
There
I've
it
got.
comes. Oh,
Oh my.
he's at it, isn't he?
Yeah, pick
Strike.
up, strike.
Yeah!
Why didn't you try that earlier?
10.
It's a tench, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell by the fight?
When you hook them, they like go dink, da dink, da dink, da
It
dink, da
ate it
dink.
on the drop.
What do they do?
Dink, da dink, da dink, da dink, da dink.
It's obviously seen it, hasn't it? Picked it up on the way down. Happy days. Happens every now and again, doesn't it?
I used to have that game when I was a kid, you know, where you had the thing going round the fishing rod.
I think the tench on the drop was a great example of visibility, bait falling. That tench saw that little yellow grain falling through the water, home straight in on it, sucked it in. Bite detection wasn't amazing, but it hung on to it long enough for us to shout strike, and it's tench on.
3 tench and a carp.
Well done, mate.
Very crafty fishing here, but another tinker.
Yeah, he's going to take it now. Ooh, flanking, spawning. Go on. Yeah. Oh. Ian.
Yes.
Is he mouth?
Yes. Little bit of movement.
On the lift him.
And do you want the good news? It's one of them proper ones.
One thing that's nice about fishing on the back of your bait is you can still be really positive where you're feeding. You can keep building that swim, which is quite apparent they like that bait going in. But if your hook bait's amongst that, I think you're gambling and the odds aren't very good. Pop it at the back where it's on the show on its own. Good to me, gives you some options.
Oh, beautifully done, Matt.
Cheers,
Let's have
brother.
a look at him.
Good angling, sir.
Biggest one yet, do you reckon, or not?
Yes, bit like that one yesterday. Nice fish. Finally feel like we're actually getting somewhere. Tiny little piece of corn seems essential. 14 excess spade, which might sound a big up, but you can get it really buried in that corn with loads of hooks still showing to actually prick them when they do suck it in. And then the other two things, Ringer's old famous lift and drop, and what Rune's been saying, dropping it on the back edge of the spot. Still feeding positively right on the spot in front of the camera, but just positioning that hook bait on the back edge so that when you do lift it and when they do come in, your hook bait's sort of on its own and they can pick it out, and it's definitely working.
Another fish, and probably for the first time I actually feel like we're getting somewhere. I felt like we earned that fish. Hook bait position was everything. Back of the feed. Now that's not something that a lot of anglers might normally do, but in Europe, where we've all fished a lot, particularly Zeged in Hungary, where there's loads and loads of big carp, you catch a lot of fish at the back of your loose feed, and I feel like this is a clear water situation. These carp are wary, they know there's a volume of bait there, they like it, but they're happier sitting off it. So fishing at the back of the bait, little tiny hook bait, being that little bit more patient, and it's a fish in the net, and I think there's more to come.
Straight in.
See him come out the darkness. And tonight, Matthew, boom.
And he in.
Little lift.
Oh, you're too slow. Go, go, go. Gonna get this big comment. Look, he wants it. Here we go. Boom. Go on.
Yes.
Yes. You just know it's gonna happen.
Nice fish that is, Matt.
Really good this is, but being honest, we're not cracking the code here, are we? This is quite normal. We do it in a lot of our fishing. It's that safe place. Back of your bait, you've got a bit more room. We've all done it. We've gone that little bit further and picked up fish. But it's so nice to see it actually working, not just above the surface, but below. And we can see what they're actually doing, how they're feeding and why they're picking that up so confidently. So yeah, really good that.
Oh, he's come off, boys.
Nice fish that one, but unfortunately could feel it ploughing through the weed and just a hook pull.
Although that fish actually came off, I still think it was a brilliant example of what we're trying to achieve. Big volume of bait at the front, as in nearest the camera, as in closest to us. Hook bait at the back, less loose offerings at the back, less choice. That carp was just sifting along, picked up the hook bait without a care in the world, whack, Matt's into it. And I think it's a great illustration of fishing on top of the loose offerings, we wouldn't have caught that fish. Fishing at the back, we caught it really quickly.
Something that's really noticeable, Matt, is you need to be aggressive to attract them. Once you've got them visiting, too much bait makes them hard to catch.
Yeah.
So by putting that medium pole pot on now, a little bit less bait, they're used to visiting the spot. In theory, we should get a quicker reaction.
Although we've had a great response to what we're doing, I'm really conscious of the fact we're building up a lot of bait on the bottom, and that in the past has been a disaster. Too much bait, not enough fish, too much choice. So I think it's really important, we're on the right track. Let's just rein the bait in a little bit, smaller pot, be a little bit more patient and not push the peg too hard.
His bait's further away.
There, that one there.
This one, the one in the middle's got more. It's just lifted then, see it?
Yeah. Oh, he's got his attention.
He's wafting his tail. Don't strike, Matt.
Wait.
He might have a chance with that other fish.
Yeah, he's not turned it. He's not come out the weed.
Can't see the hook bait now. Little lift, Matt. There it is. That common. Well, it's two commons.
Oh,
He's got a chance. He's got a chance. That mirror might have sucked it in. Yeah, he's got him. Yeah. No.
Definitely bite.
He had you. Yeah.
Again, great response, sucked the corn in, but missed bite, which is really frustrating. I do feel, if I'm being honest, these fish, really small mouths, really difficult to catch.
One thing we wanted to try was a little ball of micros, just because fish were coming in and the bait's all exposed and open on the bottom, they can suck it up dead easy. Whereas if you've got all your bait enclosed in a little nugget, maybe they'd have to work for it and hang around a little bit longer, or have to pick up the hook bait that's close by to it.
What you got on the hook?
Tiny piece of corn cut down.
Something's trying to eat on the way down.
Yeah, there it is.
There's the ball of micros.
Oh, like that.
There's the corn.
Oh, you're going to land on it.
Not bad, Matt.
Not bad.
About inch.
Tiny bit to your right, you'll be...
Yeah, tiny bit to the right. Would you think them micros have broke down at all?
No, I think I squoze them quite hard.
Yeah.
It's interesting, leave it there.
That's
Put
the,
some sticky syrup on them and just squoze them into a nice hard ball.
Nice, that essential cell.
Yeah.
Dame Judy's.
Oh, Park's gonna... Oh, yeah.
Pushing the ball along.
Okay. Oh,
That's the liner.
okay.
Literally a tench just came and pushed the ball of micros along the bottom.
I think in terms of accuracy, the little ball of micros was brilliant. Little ball of micros down hard on the bottom, grain of corn right by the side of it. I think if we could improve it at all, it'd be to get that little ball to start to break up a little bit because the fish are pushing it along, but accuracy-wise, can't fault it.
Problem is because you needed the micros to break down.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna eat the whole thing.
They're hitting the ball of micros.
Oh, touched your line.
That's actually put him in a really good position.
Yeah. You couldn't ask your balls just behind your bait now.
Not bad in like 8 and a bit foot of water being able to do that though, is it?
Incredible, mate. Yeah.
They've just broke it up a little bit now and your corn's virtually in it.
That's a vegetarian. He just went for the weed. Oh, here we go. Nice fish too. Go on.
That's,
Knew that weren't right, didn't he?
that's liner.
Oh,
What?
liners.
Yeah, liner.
Yeah, just
Sadly, he
hang on in. Oh, he wants it.
Oh,
he's got it. Yeah.
Nailed it, caught one. For me, it's so interesting that. I mean, you're basically imitating a method or a hybrid feeder, which I'd definitely be plopping in that swim rather than fishing a jam roll. But we're here, we're now. But just shows you, you know, if you are feeding those loose micros and things and you feel like you're not really, squeeze a couple together. They had to work hard when the fish still come in. They weren't scared of it. They were pecking away at that bait. They had to work hard around it. And I think that's naturally allows them to be a little bit more forceful when they're picking up your hook bait.
Well done, mate.
this little devil has been sat in front of the camera all the time we've been here. Got a bit of a tiny old mouth on him. Bless him. Cute little character, but finally got him. Little ball of micros, dead accurate. And that cut down bit of corn. I ain't got that many small bits left in my tub now, so that one, I put a 14XS spade on, buried it in a piece of corn and then just trimmed it up. And even though you've got a little mouth, mate, I got ya.
In fishing, knowing what the weather is doing is key, with wind, air pressure, temperature and overall conditions all playing a major part in how fish feed and, more importantly, how we target them. Having a good weather app that you can trust is vital, not only in filming situations like this on underwater, but also in the day-to-day match fishing that we all do. We use the Unifish Pro weather app to keep on top of all the changes coming for the hours, days and even weeks ahead, so the only thing that gets caught out is the fish.
Incoming! Smash on the bottom.
Carp needs to see that ball on the way down.
Now where's his
How's
hook
it
bait?
looking?
Hasn't got it in.
Oh, you're getting mullered on the way down by old Rudney.
Your hook bait placement's really bad.
It's going to be close when it comes down.
Straighten it to where you think the ball of micros would have gone. It's not too bad.
Out of 10, I'd give you a 9.2.
That's where I'd put it if I had to put it on him.
That's pretty damn good, to be fair.
Yes, that's a nice fish.
Big one in now.
Two in, that's the,
Oh yeah, I like it.
straight on the, Matt struck it, the liner.
Shot under, sorry.
Yeah, it was his tail. Lovely fish though he is.
Cracking fish, looks like a mullet.
The little ball of micros, it started off really well, looked really good. The carp were home in the night and we caught one, but the rud became a massive issue again and sort of spoiled it. Pellets started going everywhere and the swim just became ruined. So yes, it worked, but the rud made it impossible for a long-term test.
The little nuggets of pellets was quite short-lived. It was effective, but it was like you still needed an area to bring fish in at times. So we sacked that off, back in with a bigger pot, more feed to create that bit of an area. And then once they started coming back in, maybe we could refocus them again and catch them with the little nuggets or a tighter area.
Yep, good lad. You're going past it. Left, 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 left. Left, left.
That's the lift.
Oh, delightful.
Knows it's there, look. No.
Oh, that was weird.
Why did
I
it
see
there?
that bit of corn, just do a jump. It's like I've got a little bit wary of it now.
Which one is it now?
Damn it. Literally right.
So it's there, it's that one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to eat it now. Oh! Matthew. Timing impeccable.
Yeah.
Oh! Go on, you say it, chuckle.
He might get another chance at this one if he actually left the hook bait still for him.
Yeah.
But that's what that's the advantage and disadvantage is lifting and dropping.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the light starting to go, we had one last go on the particles, and Matt did have a chance, but he lifted and dropped just at the wrong moment. And that's going to happen. It's not going to work every time, but what underwater has shown me is more often than not, lifting and dropping is deadly, and I'll be doing it more and more in my fishing as a result.
What are you thinking then, Matt?
Frustrating, mate, really frustrating. I feel like I'd like to have caught more. I feel like I've had a lot of weird missed bites and I don't know. It's been a tough one, to be honest with you. So many fish visiting the spot, but just not easy to catch at all. Tried scaling down, tried different baits. I think the things that I can take away from it the most is the fact that you've got to feed to get a fish in your peg. Bait falling through the water and small particle baits, micro pellets, absolutely deadly for bringing fish in. Hemp was very good for keeping them there. But it's a balance of feeding to bring fish in and then working out a way of catching them, which things like little nuggets of micros, nick a couple doing that. Fish on the back edge of your bait, catch a couple doing that. If small fish aren't a problem, maggots, great hook bait that they beeline for if they're on the bottom among some particles. So what I'm taking away from this is you've got to be positive to bring fish in with the right bait, and then you've probably got half a dozen little things in your locker that you can work at on a tough day to maximise how many you eke out the swim.
For me, there's always a hook bait that's going to be better than others. And if I'm being brutally honest, we probably didn't fish the hook bait that was going to be most effective in this situation for catching fish. But with the nuisance fish, the rudd, we just weren't able to fish them. Maggots would have been perfect. You see how when we did get a bite of maggots, it was super confident. I think it was a softer, lighter bait. The fish really had to, take hold when they took it in, and you caught them every time. But the situation didn't allow. So fishing corn the way we did, a tiny piece, presented nicely, we made the most of the situation, and I think that's where you can make real differences.
I think in summary, we've learnt lots. Firstly, you've got to be positive to attract fish into the swim. In this case, micros were definitely key. Secondly, bait placement. Not always putting your hook bait on top of the loose feed isn't the one. Sometimes just putting it just a little bit past, maybe using your dolly butt or flicking your rig past, that's going to catch you extra fish. Also, hook bait choice. We have, I feel, been really restricted. The rudd have stopped us fishing what we wanted to do, but that can happen. You've got to find a way around it. So hard pellets did produce a fish, but little tiny grains of corn, they were really effective and the next best option.
Ringer on the box tomorrow, different depth of water, we've got a nice margin, bit of cover.
Sounds like a plan.
Looking forward to it.
Are you really though?
No.
I'm looking forward to watching you, brother.
Of course you are.
Let's do it.
I'm pretty gutted at this point because it's time for me to go, and Ringer's getting on the box. He's going to go in the margins where I think it could be really good, and obviously the way we've been feeding quite positive, this man's going to show you how to catch some fish. But yeah, I've got to go unfortunately, but don't worry, they're replacing me with someone with a wealth of knowledge, really good looking, an international angler that's got loads and loads of experience, so you're going to be in good hands.
Professional this, we're talking to you.
Oh.
The left-hand margin on this swim is beautiful, big, open, gravel area. And because there's so much activity, I think to make the most of the time we've got left, we've got to stay, we've got to have a little go in the edge, and Ringer being sat in the tent for me, bit of a waste. He's one of the best anglers on planet, and I'd love him to sit on the old throne and see if we can learn an odd thing in the margins.
Whilst I love my fishing, I'm a little bit apprehensive. Matt's not found it easy. These fish are mega cute, mega spooky, but we've got an amazing margin spot. It looks brilliant, there's a bit of cover from the bushes, so it could be ridiculously good, but it could be tricky too.
First time in the tent for me. Usually I'm the one doing the filming, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Got Ginger on with me and Ringer on the box, so anything can happen.
The rig I'm kicking off with in the margins, really simple. Starting at the top end, elastic choice. It's the Orange Hollow, 14 to 18 rated, nice and powerful, perfect for edge work and big fish, which is hopefully what we're going to be encountering. Mainline, 022 Engage, really durable, really strong. Strength is key. Float choice, 4 foot of water, 0.4 gram JL, really stable float, fiberglass stem, nice thick bristle. I can leave plenty of show. It's important to be able to read your bites when edge fishing. Thick bristle, plenty of show, wait for that positive bite. Moving down, strong bulk of cubes. You might be thinking why cubes and not shot. Cubes just move around easier. A lot of the time if I'm fishing in the edge, I might be fishing up to rushes, etc. Shot gets caught on the rushes, you can get broke. Cube tends to move, so as a result you lose less fish. Bottom cube, 6 inches from the hook, because I've got a 6-inch hook length because it's 4 foot deep. And then a size 14 excess spade. Often I would use a 12, but I've seen Matt on the box. These fish have got small mouths, and I'm thinking they're a little bit cute, so a size 14 makes more sense.
Have you put casters in?
Yeah, what have you put in your mix there, Steve?
I've gone for the Bombay mix. Got casters, dead maggots, hemp and corn.
My theory with that has been to feed them lots of different baits to almost like confuse them so they don't get preoccupied on any one. And the quantity is a lot smaller. I've seen that the fish are really hard to catch over a big bed of bait, but equally, start of a match sometimes, you used to go straight down the edge, just enough bait to catch a fish, and that's my thinking here.
Oh. Really weird, you just had a big invasion of rudd and then 2 carp have come straight in as well. Might get picked up here.
I'm trying to find his hook bait.
Don't know where your hook bait is, but there's a big mirror right on the pile of feed eating maggots.
Can you not see the hook bait?
To be
No.
fair, my underwater debute's not gone well. I've lost the hook bait straight
Biggest, a big mirror.
away. He's a good fish.
I think
Got
it's
him?
out. Hold on, I think it's in the mouth.
He was picking up maggots.
It's a lovely bite.
You're almost singling him out.
Yeah, I want to watch that back. I couldn't see the hook bait because there was
Tell you
loads of
what.
rudd and him in.
Typical Ringer, gets on the box, gets one first chuck, but in all seriousness, shows the power of setting a little trap of bait, nicking one early in the margins by doing that, and again, little bait, couple of maggots, just gets picked up. That particular fish, if you watch, it was picking up maggots all the time. So if you can feed them, carp absolutely love them.
Got any more sections?
Afraid not.
No, you'll be all right. Just hang on, mate.
Oh, look at it, look. Steve's little trapper bait, really good move that. It opened my eyes about how instant you can get a response, and that carp were just singling out individual baits. Really good move because you don't want too many particles on the bottom. Got him off to a mega start, so typical Ringer, smashing it as usual.
The elastic's got a bit of power, but it softens a bit.
Looks lovely that shot, doesn't it?
Looks nice, mate.
Yeah.
The plan actually worked a treat. First fish came in, small amount of bait, just enough for one fish. Maggots on the hook, tripped it up, fish on, fish in the net. It's as simple as that.
Lovely fish.
Steven!
Again, mate, fantastic bit of net in there.
Hey, if it were feeder,
what?
you're
Go on.
That's definitely the biggest fish.
Yes, well done, mate.
yeah.
That didn't take long.
Never does when you've got the right person on the box.
Has it been that quick all the time?
Oh yeah, Tank, you just drop it in, get one first chuck.
I got a little bit of luck.
He's a lovely fish,
Cracking,
mate.
cracking fish. Just shows you don't need, it's something I used to do at Whiteacres a lot. On venues where they're used to picking up bait in the edge, you can often nick a quick one without having to big pot it.
He's mint fish and all, isn't he? Like, beautiful old carp.
Double, isn't he? Easy.
Yeah, he didn't have
really
pull.
well.
I wasn't convinced he was going to turn.
Did well, mate.
But still quite a smallish mouth, but biggest fish of the trip.
Double maggot.
Double maggot. Yeah, but I learnt that from watching.
And watching that screen then, he was picking out maggots, definitely, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, see, the other thing I can sort of tell when I struck, I think he'd had the hook bait longer than I knew because he was off deck when I struck. Which is why, first of all, I said I'm not convinced he's in the mouth because the float came up like 6 inch before I hit him.
Right, got you.
So I think he went down, sucked in the maggots, lifted, and then I've hit him.
Well, thanks for making me look like a complete
all right.
idiot, mate, and I hope that you catch many more.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be downhill from here.
I think a lot of anglers feel like when they're margin fishing, they have to feed loads and loads of bait. But back in my sort of heyday, so to speak, fishing places like Whiteacres, a really well-known trick was literally the start of the match, little pole-mounted pot, just enough bait to catch one fish, go straight in, and be patient. Fish are already in the edge as long as you're quiet, and just wait for that one fish to come along, suck the hook bait in. What you have to remember is they're big fish in the edge. They're often 8, 10, 12 pound. I don't need to be catching one every 2 minutes. One every 10, 15 minutes if they're 10 pound a piece. It's basically like 40 pound an hour, which is amazing pace and not even sustainable. So small amounts of bait in the edge can often trip up the wisest of fish.
What you thinking, ring doggy dog?
If it was like a match situation, I'd try and nick another one.
I think you've got a real good chance of nicking another one.
You know what I mean? I'd try and nick as many as I could, obviously, until it died.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to go back in, a little bit of bait, and try and almost starve one on again.
Go for it, get it in.
Good opportunity now.
Yeah, the rud have just been in, but then just left again.
I'll bring them back now.
Oh, something spooked him then.
Coming in.
A rud's got me.
Yeah.
You got a rud?
Yeah.
You know what was so interesting? As soon as you got that rud then,
Is any of that bait going to come in?
They went straight to the top of the rud.
Yeah, look at
They
him,
knew
look
it.
at
Look, they know straight away. It's the sound, isn't it?
The rud are annihilating it on the way down.
Well, all of it?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Only the corn that's
Has
getting
any
to the
bait
bottom.
made the bottom?
Bit of corn.
Nothing else?
Not really, no.
And is there a lot of rud there?
Yeah.
In a match situation, if a load of nuisance silvers swam in like that, I'd just come off it. Because to me, when there's that amount of silvers there, it's because there's no carp. So there's no point trying to feed them off or anything because that's impossible. So literally it'd be a case of I've caught my early fish, too many silvers there now, put it down and we'll try it again later.
Don't talk to me about rud. I've had 2 days of it, honestly.
Honestly, didn't really want to say how many rud were in the swim. I think it had blown Steve's head up. I couldn't quite believe how many were actually there. And as for his little tiny trapper bait, that was long gone.
I was putting half a pot in. I'm going to fill it this time and I put a little grain of corn on.
Okay.
Just so we can fish, because from what you're saying, I'm not going to get...
I honestly think if you can get it down, you'll nick another one.
Yeah.
Oh, his pole pot's there.
Oh, I can see it coming in.
What a shot,
I
Ivan.
can feel the rud
Ivan!
smashing the bait.
Wow.
Oh, better carp comes in. Spooked
Mate.
away. That is ridiculous.
Can
This
you, see
is
the
like...
can you see the hook bait?
Not yet, no, it's just a swarm.
No.
I'm trying really hard as well to...
Give it a little lift.
I've got a rud.
Yeah.
Good stamp ones.
The rud are a nuisance, but I honestly think if we're patient, we wait for them to disappear, when carp start coming in, we could learn some really important stuff in the margins, especially with ringer on the box.
Look at that!
It's incredible.
Are the rud in on it?
An odd one.
Oh, he's got a right mixture there. Look at everything. Yeah, a lot of bait's got to the bottom that time.
Yeah, there's bait down
Yeah, a lot more bait.
Is there still loads of rud?
now. There's an odd one.
Think I've got a chance of getting maggots through them or not?
No.
No,
No chance.
no chance. I get corn on, mate.
Yeah.
Right, if you catch this golden rod, I'll buy you beer all night tonight.
Steve can drink.
Can it?
yeah, he loves a beer.
He definitely can't afford that.
Are you in?
Not yet. I will. Just trying to straighten the rig.
There's a carp just at the back, it'll be to your right.
You got a chance of catching him here.
I can't because the rud's at it.
Oh. Yeah, it's
Double corn, that Rudd.
double
Never.
corn.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Steve, might be worthwhile trying. It's like an hard pellet, like an hard 8mm or something. There's no denying those rudd are an absolute nightmare. But to be honest, I think it's quite relevant to a lot of commercial fishing situations. You do get silverfish problems down the edge and you don't see how many are potentially there. But that spot looks absolutely incredible, and I think it won't be long before a few big fish rock up and there's some mega opportunities to learn here.
Can you see the hook bait?
Yeah, they're just batting it around, mate.
Oh, you still, yeah, you're fishing now.
You're on the bottom, centre screen. It's good.
Oh, they're spooked. There could be a carp.
Right,
That's
there's a big fish coming in now.
That's a big fish.
Big.
That's a cracking
Two of them.
mirror.
Two of them. There's two mint ones just come through shot.
That were beautiful, that first one. Wow. It's almost like you've not got enough focus around your hook bait now, mate, because there's an odd bit of corn on the bottom and they're not that bothered about the corn.
Having watched you yesterday, Matt, yeah?
Yeah?
You don't bore anything?
No, it's not. You're not doing enough.
Like, basically, they come to the bait quite quickly when they know it's there.
The only other thing I'd say, and it's really frustrating, I'm not seeing them do anything with any gusto towards corn as a bait.
No, I don't think corn's, I felt it when you were fishing it, and I said it constantly. Corn was a bait that allowed you to fish, not the best bait.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you are faced with so many small fish, and I have been in the past, you don't have much option other than being aggressive with feed, as in a couple of big pots, because when the carp do eventually decide to feed and come into your peg, you need to have bait on the bottom. So if you don't feed, everything that you're going to be feeding, if it's a little bit, is going to be eaten by small fish. So make sure you're positive, but needs to be well balanced.
Has that got the Rudd back?
There's a carp come in as well and then ate a few and gone high up. Have you purposefully left some like hemp juice or put some cloud in?
Yeah.
Because watch, it goes down and now the cloud comes in a second. Like there,
Right.
look, yeah.
How many Rudd are there now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 492.
Fair play. Slightly less then.
I counted 493.
There's some stunning fish coming in the edge, and there's quite a few of them visiting. It's just a case of finding a window when the Rudd disappear, and I think you'll get a chance of catching something special.
So how much do you think I got down?
Oh, there's 100 bits of corn and quite a bit of
There's a few maggots still.
I take it no casters and stuff are getting down.
Yeah, there's still a-
Odden, yeah, the Odden out of the two parts.
There, look, you see it? The hook point.
Yeah.
But look, oh, you see a shot and everything there.
As much as the Rudd were literally driving me insane, I think the same applied in the tent because I could hear Tank getting severely ratty with Matt.
Like any other human, right, any other human
Right on the line.
would right on the lines because that's what the lines are for. But look, he's gone sideways. I just don't understand that. Like what? That's what the lines are for on the paper.
Do you want to write?
No. What, do you want me to write?
Yeah, you can write.
Right, I'm in charge of writing now. Kind of regretting being a smart ass. Now I'm doing all the writing. Definitely backfired that.
We were getting a little bit bored in the tent, and of course we couldn't help ourselves. We felt like Ringer needed a bit of motivation.
Steve!
There's what, mate? There's two in. There's no Rudd.
Big uns.
He's got a nice mouth, him.
No,
I feel like I'm slightly maybe
Just
bang
give it
on
a
the bait.
Mate, they're both troughing.
give it a little tiny lift now.
Look at the size
Yeah.
of that one.
Oh
That's-
my God,
that's-
Steve.
That's a big one.
Oh.
Give it a little lift. He's got it, go on, go on!
Ow. Excuse my language. I never had an indication this end.
No?
No.
That were big, that.
Big carp.
Did it
that.
take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one I've seen come in.
15 pounder.
I reckon that would mid-double.
The float never moved. Did he properly have it?
Yeah.
Now them two plonkers in the tent have got that out their system. Let's see if we can pull some carp in with big volumes of bait, or is it just going to be Rudd to the end?
What are you doing?
4 big pots.
Yeah, boy. Oh, good positioning, Stephen Naringa.
Drop it from a bit of a height so it makes some noise.
One in straight away.
See, two there.
Two.
Like,
Bear in mind, I can hear you talking in the tent, but they never stayed all day yesterday.
No, I know.
Doesn't matter what you feed, they won't stop and just eat.
So like once he's done this, it's in terms of bait on the bottom.
Oh yeah, but I don't think that's a bad thing having lots of maggots and stuff on the bottom, because I just feel like there's not enough holding power there at the minute to.
All this is getting down
One, two, three
carp
there.
on screen.
Right, the carp.
Bear in mind, I've fed like, to kick an
Obvious.
edge from off, I've fed 10 pots before.
Steve,
That's there's four carp now.
on screen.
They're not getting.
How many rudd?
None.
None. They love that cloud as well, mate, and the bait.
Love it.
But I think it's just they're definitely keen on the
They still there?
maggots.
Right, I can see 3 or 4 fish,
Yeah.
but they're like, I feel like you'd be better on the edge of your bait to catch one, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like picking
Like,
it off
yeah,
the edge. There's
there.
there's one right in it now. Oh no.
That is unbelievable.
Go away.
No rudd?
They've just come in, mate.
There wasn't a single rud until you just come in.
There's carp still. Do you know what, Steve? It just shows you, doesn't it? You know when nothing's happening though, you sometimes have to go for it to get a few in your peg.
Whilst the big potting did work, it pulled a couple of carp in, it got rid of the rudd. The issue that was really apparent was there's so much bait on the bottom. And when there's a ton of bait on the bottom and 2 fish feeding, chances of catching one are pretty much nil, which then probably proves the point when you're on a normal commercial and you're catching a 10-pounder every drop, there's obviously a hell of a lot of fish feeding there, really competing hard for that approach to work.
Can you see the rudd hitting the hook bait?
Yeah, they're eating it like a foot off the bottom.
That's double worm.
Rudding hell.
There's some
Really
there's
nice
some-
carp.
Yeah, there's some lovely fish coming in above. I'll do you a deal, right? If you can catch me and Tank either the nice linear mirror
That big common one's the one.
or the big common, we will treat you to whatever you want tonight.
I'll buy you steak, Steve.
And I'll do what follows after a steak.
Right, taking my rig out.
Dessert, I meant.
Is that your worm?
Yeah.
Wow, looks great. Oh, it's got nailed by a rud.
Is it ate it?
Yeah, like it swallowed it whole, I reckon. It's chopped it in half.
There's an absolute stack of bait on the bottom now, but there is an odd carp coming in. The rudd seemed to have vanished for a while, but I look at it and think, my hook bait in amongst all those loose offerings, the chances of getting a bite are very, very slim. So I think what we've learned already is bait placement is massive. So I know where the bulk of the bait is, hook bait at the back. Let's be patient and see if we can trip one up.
That's a nice mirror, that.
This is
That's
it.
been-
This
that's-
is it. This is it.
This is it.
This is it, mate.
Steve, there's 4 in.
Get ready. Where's your rig?
There's
Oh,
more carp
Steve.
coming. Steve, he's going to go. No! No!
What was that?
One rud come out of the mist. What? A single rud come out of the mist.
Came out the
Steve,
mist.
Right, there were 3 carp and your maggot was falling. Steve, your maggot
What's that
was
again?
falling, right? And there was 3
brilliant.
carp and a rudd came from nowhere and ate it.
I literally give up.
There's gums on the
Can you
spot,
see the
I
hook
think.
bait?
Yeah, it looks good. That you're down, mate. You're down.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's there.
No, I meant gums. Sorry, I thought gums.
That little.
Oh,
listen,
just stay there.
absolutely mint. If one comes in, get ready. Get
Get ready, ringer.
Getting an indication,
yeah.
is that a
big
rudd?
comment.
That were too darty, them fish.
There's another one in. Big mirror.
Really darty as soon as he
Right,
gets to
he'll
his,
get picked up there.
as soon as he gets to his rig. Oh my
Right.
God, this is it. This
Come
is
on.
it, Steve. Oh, he needs to be like just a bit further out.
Come back.
Like, imagine if he's there.
I think they'll see that though.
Oh, great lift. Bad lift. That hook bait looks nice.
That hook bait looks magnifique.
Just feel it's got more chance because it's a bit different.
Mate, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Sit there nice and patient. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Come on, come on.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh! He's gonna go and blow in his mouth. You That's so frustrating.
You don't want to know.
No,
Did it get picked up?
no, no, it was so close.
Millimetres from the orange common.
It's looking positive. There's more coming in. We think we know the right spot to put the hook bait, and it just shows, like, look how close you can be to catching like an 8 or 10 pound fish, and then it's millimetres from your hook bait and just swims off.
Mate, get ready.
Oh,
Right,
great
mate.
chance.
Oh,
Oh.
don't strike, don't strike.
He's underneath
He's
it.
on top of your bait. Oh, there's another one coming.
Big
Come on,
cha-
come on,
biggest-
big chance,
biggest
big
chance
chance.
yet.
Oh, go right,
Come on,
go right,
come on,
go right.
come on, come on. You know you want
Come
to.
on, come on, come on, come on.
It's gonna happen, gonna happen. No, he's gonna do it. I'm feeling it. Positive vibes, come on. Oh, you little bleeper.
The changes in hook bait positioning and the fact I think we're a little bit later in the day, there's a few more fish coming in. I feel like we're on the right track. We're getting chances and we're going to convert one soon.
I wonder if it sounds daft. You know, if I was fishing shallow for F1s and I wanted to avoid a silverfish, I'd fish a banded caster or a banded maggot because they can't get your hook bait that easy. I wonder if a banded, like 4 maggots, would work.
I thought the banded maggot theory would work because maggots were obviously the bait that the carp were homing in on. That's what they wanted to eat, but the fact we couldn't put them on the hook without catching a rudd is the biggest issue. So banded bait is miles better for avoiding silverfish. I've done it a lot when I'm shallow fishing. It must be the separation between the hook and the hook bait, the fact that the little fish can't get the hook in the mouth as easy. I just think it's the one.
It's not the most stupid thing I've heard.
Well,
And I've heard,
thanks for the positivity.
no, I have heard you say a lot of.
Hey, see, honestly,
What?
you know, if you were fishing shallow for F1s, right, banded maggot or banded caster, it'd be a great way of avoiding a silverfish.
I just
What?
think they'd annihilate it.
Why don't you try it? Try a banded hook clamp for like 6 dead maggots in, 4 dead maggots.
Tank on banded maggot, I get the theory, but I'm not convinced it's going to work, but it'll keep him quiet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's 5 or 6 in, mate, again.
But look where they are.
You need to be back edge more, Steve. Sorry, mate.
Where we originally said, Steve, right, almost the extreme of where you think, mate.
Out there?
Yeah, there, but further out into towards the lake if you can. Yeah, further out, further out, further out, further out. There.
Leave it, drop it, drop
Drop
it.
it there. That's where you need to fish, mate.
Oh, mate,
Big
mate,
chance.
mate, get ready, get ready.
So stay quiet. Super quiet.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
He'll drop, he'll drop. He'll drop. Drop.
It's like they know, they know.
I don't like the bulk, me. I think they'll sense it, they'll see it. It's that big from right on the red. What did we do? Western Poles, same. Bulk close down, they see it. He's either got to do 2 extremes, 1 dropper, high bulk,
or bulk on
all
the
bulk
bottom.
on the deck. I think that's the crack. We need to tell him because I don't think he's going to get. He could get picked up, but I think time-wise, I don't think it's the right one.
Do you want us to tell you something that we're thinking, mate? You've had 5, 6 opportunities now where they come in and almost sucking in your hook bait, but it's like they know there's something not quite right with your line and your bulk. And we've just done a video for you, I'll send it you now. Your bulk, because it's rippling, is moving up and down a few inches from your bait. And when they come close to it, they go, nope, that's not right, and swim away. Wonder if you want a bulk and a dropper,
High bulk, like
Higher.
Western, Steve.
or bulk almost on the bottom to stabilise it. You're gonna get another chance in a minute. There's another 3 in
3
now.
big carp coming in.
There's some really cool fish.
Yeah, when you get one, it's going to be a big one.
Taking on board the feedback from the tent, my cubes were like sort of vibrating in the water, so it made sense to sort of, the fish seemed to be sensing it. So move the bulk up a little bit, get it away from the hook, so there's sort of less movement down there, everything's not as tight, and that might lead to a fish being that little bit more confident.
Can't see it yet, but he's super slow because he's hook bait. No, that's
there it is.
There it is. Right. Mega. That's the back edge. Here.
That's it, that's enough, that.
Tiny bit right, I reckon. If you can, Ivan.
Oh,
Got him! Got him!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yes!
Is he
Wallop!
is he big?
Yeah!
Good,
He's a
'cause
good
he's not
fish.
fighting.
That's what it's all about. Hook bait in the perfect position, nice and positive. Little ball of micras that time with a few maggots in, but hook bait in the right position, back edge of the bait, and the first time that fish puts its head down, sucks it in, and you've got him. £8 better off. Wallop.
Really tough conditions, absolutely up against it, but by hook bait placement off the back of the feed, the banded maggot, being patient, moving those shots, we've managed to trick one of the wariest margin carp I've ever seen into sucking in that hook bait.
Not gonna lie, feeling a bit smug. That carp, technically mine. Banded maggots, higher bulk. What does Ringer know, eh?
Well, I'd love to say that one came 10 minutes after the first one, but it's been incredibly tricky. The water's absolutely tapped. I've not been having loads of fish coming in, and the ones that have come in have been ridiculously clever. But by some careful rig positioning off the back of the feed, as Matt and Tank were telling me, also changing our feed in, and also changing to the banded maggots, just changing a lot of things to try and trick a fish. We've tricked this stunning common, and I think we've got at least one more still in us, so going to slip him back and finish on a real high.
The rud finally seemed to move away, and we decided to pot in some more micros and maggots to set up the next bite. Plus, with the light fading and conditions calming, we fancied him snaring another.
In the cool box in my van.
Oh, Steve, you've got a couple of big uns here coming in now.
Yeah, side door.
Right. Steve, get... Oh, my God. Right. Oh, got him! Got him! No! Oh! It was the red one. The orange one.
I'm watching his float while I had a wee.
Oh, my God. I couldn't believe what would happen.
He shot under. I was watching his float while I was having a wee.
Oh, mate, that was unreal.
Another chance, even though there's loads of bait on the bottom, by putting that hook bait in the right place, being patient, managed to trick another fish. Yes, I missed it, but I'm taking it as a positive, a chance, and hopefully there's more to come.
With the light levels getting low and Steve's batteries getting lower, it was time to call it a day.
It's been a tough day, I think, to say the least. Morale's a little bit low, so I think we need a little bit of a rethink, reset the swim, and stop feeding so much bait. I think that's the moral of the story.
I've loved watching the fish come in the swim in the margins, and I know Ringer's a little bit frustrated, but I think there's tons we can take away from this. Definitely tricky devils, but they're coming in, they're feeding, and I think really working on this hook bait placement with feeding the right bait in the right place, and we could get a good run of fish that will give us loads of confidence and some principles we can apply to so much of our fishing.
I don't know. Words fail me, and they don't fail me very often.
Listen, I know what Steve's like. I fish with him a lot. We fish the feeder pairs together. The amount of times I've had to get him out of a negative trench is ridiculous. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a Frankie hug, and I think tomorrow he'll have a different mindset.
At the end of the day, I can't lie, I was massively frustrated, and I think it showed. The rud sort of got to me, but on the positive side, I feel like there were carp coming in. I definitely feel I overfed it. You're not going to hold my hands up to that, but you've got to try these things as well. The only way to learn is to experiment. So I feel less bait in the swim, more patient, hook bait placement. That is the big thing as far as I'm concerned. Hook bait placement, more patience, less bait on the bottom, and I feel like tomorrow's a new day and we could get that fast start.
I'm out.
I'm
I'm
under
out.
the trenches.
Matt, Pack your kit away. I'm done. Well, it's a new day and a new canvas to fish on.
I was fearful we were going to turn these on this morning and the yellow peril would just be scattering the bottom.
Amazing how there's not a single grain left.
No sweet, nothing, no bait on the bottom at all.
So back on the box, the first thing, and a massive plus as far as I'm concerned, was no bait left on the bottom, blank canvas. So got rid of all that bait. Now I can start basically trying to fish for one fish at a time. So small pole mounted pot, meat and micros, not much, just enough to catch one fish and get that hook bait in the optimum position. 2 maggots on the hook, I feel like smallmouth carp, maggots, they can just suck them in easily and they're gonna stay in. So that's the theory.
The carp, common, get that common.
Right, he's going in now.
Come on. Ooh,
Now we've got
common didn't like it.
Now we've got the clean slate, he could nick one like he did that first fish.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's not a load of volume of
Yeah.
it there.
Tiny little bit of micros again, look.
What's that carp?
And he's got a piece of meat.
Interesting, isn't it?
Piece of meat on the hook.
Oh, this is the...
You got meat on the hook?
No, 2 maggots.
I can't see your maggots, where are they?
Oh, the meat looks lovely.
See him?
Give it a lift. Can't see your maggots.
Come back a bit closer.
Oh, I can see him.
yeah,
yeah,
got
there
him,
he is. Got him. There's one coming in.
I'm interested to see how they respond to like just a little pile, like a little trap. Oh, it's close.
He's down, he's down.
That's a big comment that as well.
They're so much more confident now the bait's gone.
Yeah.
Back with a clean slate now, all the bait's gone, and it's obvious the carp are a little bit more confident, they're getting their heads down, and I'm really going to be intrigued to see if Steve's little trap works again.
I do think
A
he needs to.
lot of fishing, Steve.
I do think he needs to adjust his like shotting as well.
He saw that. Go on.
Drop
Go
down.
on.
Go on. Come on, please. Please drop
Go
down.
on.
Go on.
Yeah! She's a big one! That's the big common!
It might not be for long.
Go on, boy. That's great.
That's a big fish, mate.
Go on, ringer. Little lift and drop, knows how to pull it out of the bag, does Steve. And I told you, a little bit of a Frankie hug, different mindset, he's a different guy now.
Wow, that's the best one in the.
That
was the best one in the peg.
That was the best timed lift and drop of your life.
Watching that back, it's literally amazing. The perfect lift. I've always believed in lifting and dropping, and I timed it so well. Matt absolutely loved it in the tent.
Go on, Steve. Yes! Go on, Rigger.
We're back.
Well done, mate.
Hey!
Lovely fish. Well done.
Well, I've worked hard for fishing my time, but I think I really deserve this one.
Yeah, you deserve that.
Well done. Fantastic, mate.
But I kept my optimism high. And I always thought it'd come. But on a serious note, I don't think it's coincidence the 2 biggest fish have come over the least amount of bait.
Totally agree.
So much more confident when there's not a big, massive pile of bait there.
And I think give them too much choice when there's not many there, you're not catching them.
And I think you can apply what you've done in this margin to so many fishing situations. Clear water, big fish that are hard to catch. I've learnt tons.
Yeah, I have as well.
Even on commercials, when I used to do a lot of it, on venues that see a lot of bait, the best way to get a fast start used to be down the edge, enough bait to catch one fish, and you could catch maybe 1-2 fish in the first 10 minutes. And that's what this is an example of, I think.
And we've seen it all on camera.
Some of us have. I've had the worst seat in the house on this occasion,
You had the hard job.
Job done, mate. What you doing, it?
obviously.
Yeah.
Even when fishing the margins, you don't need loads of bait. Loads of bait creates loads of choice. And when there's too much choice, those fish get really hard to catch, if not impossible. But little pole mounted pot, 1 mouthful of bait almost, be patient, and there's still fish to be caught.
He knows it's there.
Right, get ready. Stop! Go on, Bobby!
I've sorted it.
So easy when you know how, isn't it?
Wow. Oh, yeah. Nice fish. Well done, mate.
Like buses.
If you take anything out of this film, fishing the back edge of your bait is like black and white, so important. It works. Going through my head, the fishing that I do, fishing the method on the spot, take a meter off, fish past it, catch a fish. It's the same scenario here.
you've got to get the fish into your swim, and you've got to feed to do that. And the way we've fed, quite aggressively, quite heavily, got the fish in, not always going to be the best place to put your hook bait, but putting it over that bait back is a super safe bet, and especially when you've got something that stands out a little bit. I think it's just like a no-brainer. Pop your bait there, you're going to catch one.
Get ready. Don't strike, don't strike, don't strike. Seen him. Seen him. You've got him. Yes! Woohoo! Fantastic!
That was brilliant.
Go on, Ringer.
Get in.
I'm out.
First time being behind the screens of underwater, and I've absolutely loved it. And I've genuinely learnt loads. One of the key things that I've learnt is the fish, they want to be caught in a certain way, but that's often not how you want to actually fish. So make sure you ring the changers, keep an open mind, and even when they seem impossible to catch, there's always a way.
This hasn't been the easiest underwater that I've ever been on. In fact, it's been frustratingly annoying at times. However, I'm kind of glad of it, because when I look back, it's taught us some key watercraft principles: bait placement, feeding techers. I thought there were going to be some wonder rig or certain kind of presentation that would blow everything out of the water, and it's not been like that at all. But what we've learned, we can apply to any of our fishing going forward, and it just shows that sometimes the more difficult it is, the more you learn.